Hey everyone, it's Hal, Quail Studios Guitar. Thank you for being here. We are going to talk about the Boxer today, but I'm not going to fingerpick it. I do have some supporters that want to learn how to do it with a pick, to play it with a pick, because they're not that good at fingerpicking yet. Now, in another video, we will talk about the fingerpicking and how that works and the intricacies of it. And in my book, you can get a tablature of exercises for the fingerpicking for the Boxer specifically, but they will also help you with fingerpicking in general. So they're good exercises to do. Paul Simon playing live, he doesn't start out with the famous that he does on the record. That doesn't happen. And I've heard a rumor, and it may be true, that actually he didn't play that part, but somebody else played it for the introduction. He does something like this. But I'm going to do it with a pick. We will talk about the chords as we go along, and I'll show you chord boxes on the screen. But let's also talk about the picking pattern that I'm going to use with a pick. C chord. I am just a poor boy, and my story is seldom. C with a B bass. Told. A minor. I've squandered my resistance. I'm just using a regular G chord there. And what Paul does, and I really like it a lot, he does a G6, and then he plays a G7 like this. For a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. Back to C. All lies and jests. So he does the C, C with a B bass again to A minor. Still a man hears. G chord. What he wants to hear. Now you can use a bar chord on this one, or you can use this chord. You can use this F chord if you want to. Still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. And we'll do that in just a second. Still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. Goes back to C, and then he does this. He does a G with a B bass when he's finger picking it. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to play a C, and then I'm just going to play the B note right there on the second fret, A string, and the D string open and the G string open, which is really like a G with a B bass. And then we're going to play an open A string, open D string, open G string, like that, to a G chord. And then we go back to that G7. I like to do the G6 into the G7. And then I do like I do an open strum like that, back to C. When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy. Same chords, in the company of strangers. G6, the quiet of the railway station. G7, running scared. Lay alone, seeking out the poor quarters, where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. Now, I forgot to tell you this. I use a C chord and then a C chord with a G bass. I go back and forth like that. La la la, A minor. La 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 la, E minor. La la la, la la la. We got that G chord, G7 to C. And that's it. Those are basically the chords. You can get this lead sheet in my book. Now, let's go over the right hand strumming for this. Right there at the beginning, this is the strum that I use. C chord, C with a G bass. So it's bass note, down, up, bass note, down, up, bass note, down, up, bass note, down, up. And I'm not really playing that E string, I guess. You see, you don't really hear that note in there. So this is kind of a small strum. I am just a poor boy, and my story is seldom told. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Down, 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 up, down, up. Bass note, this is the A minor chord. Bass note, down, down, up, down, up. And this is basically the strum that I'm using when I'm doing longer chords. Here's the G chord. Bass note, strum, down, up, bass note, strum, down, up, down, up. Let's see, what do I do there on that G6? I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. Let's see if I can explain that to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C chord. Back and forth between the C and the C with the G bass. All lies and jests, still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. Bum, bum, bum. Now on the lead sheet it says C, G with a B bass, A minor, G. And when we do the finger picking, something like that. It's like a C, G with a B bass, A minor, G7, and then we do the finger picking for the G6 and the G7. Now on my lead sheet it doesn't say G6. It doesn't really detail it like that. It just goes from the G to the G7 to the C. And I'm not doing a G7 with the 7 up here on the first fret E string. I'm just doing the G7 with the 7 right there on the 3rd fret D string. That's where the F is. F note that makes the 7. Right? And I'm not really playing the high E string. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Let's go to the chorus. La la la. I think this is the chorus. La la la. La 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 la. In the original recording, there's a crash on the A minor chord. La la la. Crash. La 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 la. Crash. La 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 la. Crash. It's on the 3rd beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G7. Now that first chorus is kind of short. La la la. La 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 la. La la la. You don't have to do a G7 there. When you're finger picking, you probably should. But when you're just strumming it, that note right there, that's the 7. La la la. 1, 2, 3, 4. See what I did there? La la la. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. La 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 la. So what I did was I just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's what you do when you're playing that chorus. La la la. You see that my hand moves 1, 2, 3, right? And sometimes I even touch it a little bit. La la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Asking only workmen's wages, I come looking for John, but I get no offer. And that's that one right there. I'm just going to play through this. Something like that. That's it. The verses are all the same. The choruses are all the same. The second chorus is twice as long as the first chorus. And then there are 3 choruses on the very end. You can listen to Paul Simon play it and see how he does it. I love looking at the live versions of this. I love listening to the original recording too. That's wonderful. I think it's a little bit faster than some of the live versions like the one he did in Paris and things like that. All right, thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it very much having you here. You can get in touch with me. Look in the description and you can get my book with the lead sheet and the tab sheet and everything for this particular song. And what else do we do? Well, we just have to keep going, keep playing the guitar. Everybody needs to play the guitar. Even the leaders of the free world and the communist countries and all that kind of stuff. Everybody needs to play the guitar. You really do. Or the ukulele, something like that. La la la, la 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 la, la la la. See you later, okay? Catch you on the next video.